Hello everybody, my name is Pravus and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 Old World Blues, playing as the Washington Brotherhood. Gotta keep remembering that the WASD keys do not move around the map. I make that mistake a lot. Anyway, alright, so in the last couple of videos we have conquered a pretty large chunk of the Pacific Northwest, which I'm feeling pretty good about. Port Ma is one of our vassal states, and we are fabricating against the Troll Warren in the hopes that we are going to be able to stymie them before they get too much stronger, because the trolls absolutely do become a bit of a powerhouse. Let's go ahead and move our spy down in that direction, get some extra intelligence. You never know if it's going to make a difference, though it is going to be a while before we can do anything down here anyway. By the way, before I forget, let me move myself down up over about here-ish. I hadn't liked this place before, however, some people were pointing out, I think correctly, that it could be a little bit distracting and got in the way of things like, let's say, the menus down over here with the economic policies and so on, and I don't want to be a distraction as much as I can. Although, on that note, I will just say, I've read some comments in the first video and stuff. Thank you guys for your honesty about how you feel about the whole face cam situation. It's a bit of an experiment for me, you know? I don't really know if it's what's best, but it is something that I am trying out to see what kind of happens there. Some people thought it was a good touch, and a lot of people did not. Okay, I hear you loud and clear. We're going to keep it going for this series, just one, for consistency. And two, I'm kind of curious to see if those opinions change a little bit after, you know, you've had a little time to get used to it. But there's a reason that almost every major YouTuber out there today does have their face on in some way, and it's in part to kind of establish themselves as being different from everybody else. Having a different face you connect with the content supposedly is important. There's a lot of research to suggest that that is the case. So that's what I'm going for here. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and we'll stop doing it. Looks like Caesar's Legion has decided that the Two Sun must die. Why? I don't know. What do they got against the Two Sun? Nothing, probably. It's just easy slaves. Let's be honest, that's pretty much all that there is to it. So the Troll Warrens are currently fighting against the Marrow Drinkers. Again, not much I can really do against the cannibals down over here. Nothing I can do about the trolls until we actually have a claim. Still, it is something we are actively working toward. I have a little political power. We could do nothing I care about, except maybe exploiting Port Ma. And that's only because I like the idea of exploiting people. But it's not necessarily a good thing to do. Notice, by the way, that we still have generated the most world tension in the world, and it is now sitting at 87%. Feels a tiny bit excessive, but alright, you know, yeah, sure, why not? I'll go with it. Are we training any troops right now? We are not. We probably should train some more. We can afford, I think, at least one more power unit here. And at 15 combat width, that's not exactly the most efficient, is it? 15's an odd number for 6 units, though. Wait. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. Okay, it's going up by 2.5 each. So if we toss on a little bit more and cost a 200 power armor, we could get up to that full 20 combat width. Now, it is debatable, really, whether 20 combat width is a good thing in Old World Blues, mainly because the supplies are so low that you might be putting yourself in a really bad situation, you know what I mean? But, I don't know, we'll see. So I have a couple of units I was seeing up over here, some infantry. We did get some elite power armor units last time around, which I am very excited about. Thank you, Black Paladins.
Hey there.
Can we upgrade our generals in any way? We could. I mean, planning is pretty good. Max planning is nice. Attrition reduction and acclimatization. Never know how to say that word. Could be good. Experience soldier loss. Preparation time. No, I'm not going to be doing a lot of that. Gun nut's pretty solid. Don't care about this. Sneering Imperialist, I almost want to do for the heck of it, but no. Tank, no. Infantry attack and defense, same as before. Max planning, planning speed. Why do that when I can get the other one for better? 6% defense is solid. I don't know. I mean, strong back is not a bad idea, and survivalist is an okay idea as well. Reducing attrition by 2% could be pretty decent, and also being more acclimated to the cold and the hot could make us fight a little bit better. I'm kind of gonna leave it for now. Again, I'm just too... I don't want to make a hard decision on that yet, but we're gonna have to at some point. Now, let's see. This is a new general, so he doesn't have any particular skills at the moment. We could specialize him in, let's say, defense. And if that's the case, I'm going to go ahead and make him get rooted, so we have better entrenchment going on there. This guy actually also has a lot of infantry, so he'd be pretty good for that too, but we're not going to worry about that right now. Division attrition minus 5%, that's even better. Organization loss from moving I'm going to take. And we could go for Lord of Winter. Not bad, actually. I'm going to go ahead and take it. Because we are going to be fighting off in the Northwest and Alaska a lot, so it kind of makes sense to me, I think. And for this also new general, what should we do with you? I'm thinking infantry division defense. Plus 10%. We'll have a couple of defensive generals, and we'll have this guy be primarily for offense. I think that's ultimately what we're going to do. If that is the case, let's go ahead and swap out...
What can I do for you?
A couple of units, and make sure we get the power armor under the right guy. Do you have any more? Is that everybody? Oh, we had one more. There it is. Okay. Just make sure we do a proper shuffle. You know, make sure everyone's as strong as possible. Strong as possible. How are we doing in terms of construction? Okay, we're still constructing some military factories at the moment. We do now have some support companies available. That's nice. Wouldn't mind getting some more civilian factories, especially in places where we do have some good infrastructure, so we build a little bit faster. Like down over here could make some sense. Down over here. We'll need a few of these. We haven't conquered quite as much as I would like, but we'll come back to that. Still ahead of time, so we don't want to go for an upgrade on these quite yet. Not worried about anti-tank unless we're going to fight another highly advanced civilization, which I don't anticipate we're going to do for a little bit. Recon support's not bad. Dog support, these guys increase suppression, so these actually aren't that bad now, just for garrisons, which preserves a lot of my manpower. I'm going to go ahead and research them, because there's actually a compelling reason to do that now. Good garrisons can really go a long way in making yourself more sustainable. Though let's not forget that in our occupied territories, we are using the extensive patrols, which is costing me a lot in factories and resources, yes. But it also is greatly increasing our compliance gain. Case in point, the cause is now up to almost 72%. That's not bad. We only just finished conquering Bellingham, and we're already up to 12%. I mean, that's not bad at all. Once we get up at least to the point where we don't need as much of a garrison, in the form of, like, wasteland heroes and stuff, that's pretty good. Though it actually keeps going down every level, except for carrying candidate. Whatever that is. So yeah, I don't know. At this point with the cause, we could probably actually bring this down to just basic road patrols. And that would be better in the sense that it gets me a little bit more factories and resources. Yeah. I don't know. Actually, I think in general we're going to go back down to road patrols. Not that it's not great to have a lot of compliance. It is. But I also really think that not having a lot of factories is hurting my production. And just by doing that, we immediately got ourselves one more factory, which I am going to put on some more support equipment. Then I think I'd focus on a bit more infantry equipment, then power armor. I'm still not too worried about Pioneer kits. Not yet. I wouldn't mind getting some motorized at some point, just so we have a bit more mobility. The ability to move around really fast can go a long way in this game, so that could be nice. All right, let's see. Production, nothing we can do down here, I think. Yeah, nothing currently unlocked there. Cultural policies. I still don't see the benefit here. Indentured servitude just seems better in every way, but never outlaw slaves because you get a slight benefit from having them in general. So I don't know. This would improve stability, but that's all it is. Chems banned, chems legalized. Bans on drugs, muzzle dissent, freedom of speech. You know, I do like the political power gain, and I'm going to do it. Does that mean we have more garrison issues to worry about? Yes, in fact it does. However, the ability to get extra political power should not be underestimated. It can be very, very, very good. Dynamite is done. That is another support company for me. Still looking okay on our equipment, though we are having to use a little bit more putting down the rebels. Knew that was going to happen. That's okay. Doctrines we're already working on. We didn't go down the flexibility of commands route, which is what a lot of people would probably recommend in the base game, but that's all right. Still working on specialized grower fare. If we went for scrap motorcycles, we could start working toward getting those motorized divisions, and being able to outmaneuver opponents is very, very solid. You may have noticed in the last couple of fights we had against Bellingham in the Old Country, once you break through, the ability to just rush and grab all those victory points or surround your enemies can go a long way. for preserving your manpower. The only downside is it costs a fair bit more in production. But if we can still make that work, I think it's well worth it. Somewhere there's a way to see just what we gain as far as slaves and how good that is. Personal slaves. Is that it? That might be it. So construction speed, efficiency cap, and research speed, all of which is good. Alright, so we finished up with expand our dominion, which gives me a justify war goal time, which we can't use right now, but is still very useful. Base war support plus 15% is great for my mobilization. And then if we continue down this route, we can work toward factory output plus a bunch of extra factories. That's really good, and I know we're sticking to one tree, but sometimes it's better just to focus on one thing and do it really, really well. You know what I mean? You probably know what I mean. You're not dumb. You smart people. You understand how this works. Soon we will be able to buy some more slaves. We should be making a fair bit every quarter. More than enough to keep buying more slaves. We're now up to 322 slaves. Every 200 is that special benefit, so... I'll need to keep an eye on that and just make sure that personal slaves does continue going up. But if that gets me a lot more research speed, that's pretty solid. I think when you conquer a nation, you should automatically get a nice big boost in slaves. I think that makes sense. PA Company. What's the difference in this? It's still 15 combat width. It looks exactly the same to me. They are, by the way, parachute compatible, in case people were wondering. Yep, yes they are. Let's go ahead and train up one more. We're only going to do it once, because I don't have a ton of power armor to go around. I'll take that back. We can get two. Two more power armor companies, I think, is well worth it. Get as much pushing power going as we can. We have how much time until we have to worry about trolls? We're just over halfway there. What I'm going to do is go ahead and just do some training and try to get people up to being regulars if possible. Just get that little bit of an extra combat advantage. At the very least, get rid of the green troops. Who wants green soldiers? Yeah, they're just so pathetic and weak. Can't buy any more slaves at the moment. Ruthless drills. That's a thing. I mean, naval bases just don't matter to me. Naval doctrine's not important. I don't find myself ever becoming a naval power in Old World Blues. You can, and with the usage of rivers, it can be very strong. But I, again, often do not find myself really doing anything with that. So, no. There's the purchase slaves. All right, let's go ahead and do that. We'll just go ahead and buy a few more. Troll Warrens still have not finished annexing the Marrow Drinkers, which is good for me. The more distracted they are, the more resources they must be wasting. Walking tanks. Definitely want this. The more we get this, the better. Now, it does reduce my entrenchment speed by a lot. And spending my valuable experience on this is debatably not the best time to do that. I mean, getting this early would help against the trolls, probably. But I'm not super eager. So I think we're okay. We're about to finish up with Specialized Warfare, which allows for Special Forces platoons, which can be good. I'm not sure how much I'm going to use them, but it could be nice. Let's take a look at Engineering. I'm going to go for some extra encryption and decryption and stuff. Actually, we should check. Nah, we're still a little bit ahead of time there. A little bit of extra encryption, decryption, good for the intelligence, makes it a little bit easier for me to continue fighting these guys. Speaking of intelligence, we should be finding out a bit more. We now know they have somewhere between 15 and 29 armies, which is okay, to be expected. I don't really think I need a lot of convoys, so let's go for some extra triremes. Then probably just some extra canoes and stuff, and I'm not going to worry about too much more beyond that. Again, I'm not really worrying about the naval game. Just not worried about it at all. We have available planes, apparently. And that surprises me. Wait a minute.
Greetings, Elder.
You guys, right here, we can go ahead and increase this up to, let's say, 20, 30? Sure, why not? Just go ahead and send some more fighters. As long as they follow these guys around, I think that's going to be fun. Now the Troll Warrens have finished. Okay. But to be expected, we got 42% intelligence up over here. That's fine. Military High Command. Wouldn't be a bad time for that. Some extra reconnaissance and decryption and division speed is pretty good. Recovery rate, out of supply, supply consumption. I think we're going to go for the war support and division attack, though, because that is very solid. War support, just good for mobilization speed. Attack, Just makes you win fights more often. What's not to like? We could double down on the motorcycles before I start producing any. But, since we are about to get into a fight, I think I'm going to go ahead and grab some decryption. We're about to get dedicated equipment. Is there anything else in industry that I really want right now? We're not that far ahead of time. And resources would be nice. Only 3% though. Not massive right now. We could go ahead of time on the 2%. But I don't know if we need to do that. Air? Power armor platoons, extra organization. Well, now I'm starting to think specialized warfare is actually very good for me to get. That's not bad. Yeah, that's not bad at all, actually. Okay. %6 defense. I think I'm going to go ahead and go for the salvage motorcycle just so when we do start producing it, hopefully by grabbing a bunch of factories from the trolls, we can start producing some fast units. So what we're going to do is have our power armor kind of be like our breakthrough tanks and just sustain good pushes. And then once you break through, motorcycles siphon in. Let's go ahead and grab that factory output and the extra workshops. That means we should start producing more power armor a little bit faster. I like that. I am debating whether I want to start adding in more power armor. PA fire teams. So we could actually have power armor, or we can have specialized ones with fire teams and demolitions, which is interesting. Demolitions, of course, having better soft attack. But honestly, I'm kind of inclined to think the power armor itself is just better, generally. But we could do this. If I did, we actually would still have enough power armor in storage to get everybody upgraded. And I think we would still have enough, or very close to enough, to continue training the other units. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. Oh, wait, it would put us over the special forces limit. Oh! You know, I didn't realize that power armor counted as us, special forces. Makes sense. So, okay. Well, then maybe I don't need to be quite as aggressive in producing the power armor as I thought. Because the only way we're going to get a lot more power armor is if we have a larger army, which means actually what we should do is start training some more infantry. Because having more troops fielded means we can train more special forces, and that would include the power armor. So I think that works. We probably do still want things like recon. Pretty hard for me to ever say no to that. I think extra reconnaissance can be quite nice. Let's go to my militia, by the way, and we're going to toss on the mongrel dogs. And that will cost me a little bit in terms of dogs. I'm not producing dogs. Alright, so that's not going to do me any good right now. What we should do is go to production, and we'll start manufacturing dogs. Don't ask me how that works, it just does. It's like the support equipment that you need for your military police, but not. Living organisms. Normal, completely normal, it's fine. We are only 9 days away from being able to declare against these here trolls. So I think we're going to go ahead and start up the exercise. Now, let's plan this out a little bit more here. I'm going to have purple tighten up a little bit like this, and blue tighten up a little bit like this. Purple, you're mostly defensive in nature, but we're going to go ahead and give you a planning bonus going against the Warrens in that direction.
What's going on?
And orange, let's try to work our way along the coast. Hopefully we can defend Port Maw, or perhaps even surround some of the trolls and get them all killed. That would also work pretty well for me. Okay, so they're going to move around a little bit. Little attrition as we move. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. How are we doing in terms of things like our compliance? It's grown quite a bit. We're already at that 40% threshold with the local militias for the old country, which helps. That said, its resistance has also gone up enough that it's starting to hurt a little bit. So yeah, the sooner we can build up some of these, the better. We are costing ourselves quite a bit of manpower trying to cover a large area. But that's fine. It's fine. I do think having lots of militia units will be pretty helpful. With the dogs. Will go a long way. Alright. Anything else I need to do this exact second? Because we're about to go to war. I think we're about to go to war, and that's just fine. So, intelligence. What do we found? 13 to 31, I have overwhelming numbers advantages. So as long as we can find a weak spot and punch through, which I'm hoping we can do with power armor, we've got him. So let's go ahead and declare our war then. Against the trolls. I'm going to call in my allies. The super mutants of the Troll Warren will mobilize if we attack them this early. I don't know what that means. That could be very bad, but if we're quick, maybe it doesn't matter. I don't want to lose the political power and waste the war goal. So stubbornly, I think I'm going to go for it. Let's give it a go, and now we have to be afraid because super mutants are on the way. Okay. Look for anywhere that you can punch. And if you can find a weak spot, I say go. If we can go fast, we've got him. So like right down here, for example, this guy's weak. It's a great opportunity just to push in this way. We're going to have some militia kind of siphon in this way as well. We're going to kind of do the hook maneuver and try to force him to have a wide area to defend. Portmont is trying to cross over here. Probably not a good spot, but all right. We have encoded signals and decoded signals done at the same time. Let's go for the research speed, and let's go for recruitable population, more factory output. I would like construction speed, and I think I'm going to work on that instead. Can some of you guys push through this way, and then try going down that way as well. Alright, so we should be putting him on his back heel. Again, this is where I wish we had some motorized, because if so, I could just punch right through this and get a lot of space right now. Be very, very good. Some of you guys are going to be trying to push up to Brightonbush. You guys are also going to be trying to get up there. If we can just put him on the back heel early, I think we got a good shot.
What do you need?
Kind of similar deals here. I'd like to take this city. Just to get rid of some of his victory points and stuff.
After this,
I need some of you guys to stop these guys from moving because he's trying to cut me off. Of course, that kind of hurts a little bit from my combat perspective, but it's okay. We're about to get some reinforcements in there, and that's really what matters. Still haven't punched through here, which surprises me. I feel like we should have by now.
let's see how you handle this.
I'm going to have one of you guys come down this way.
Get down.
One of you go up this way as well. We're going to try to just get a quick surround on this troll. It's a super mutant division. Yeah, if we can kill these guys, that'd be nice. There we go.
Take this.
Perfect. So that's a quick casualty on a super mutant.
Look out.
Now we're going to attack you from multiple angles if possible.
Fall back.
No. We're getting pushed back by super mutants on a lot of fronts all of a sudden. You guys still haven't finished this fight. What is going on?
Take this.
Well, let's just keep going. We got a lot more reinforcements on the way.
What can I do?
Tell some of you guys to go down this way, and we're going to try to split them up this way if possible. Using my elite Black Paladins. If we can get these guys split, that'd be nice. We have gliders in the air, so we should have air superiority, as well as attacking with superior forces and numbers. So far, the vassal's not doing anything but keeping 3 super mutants under control, which is A-okay with me. Still no good progress down over here, which is just surprising. You can assist this way. That would be significant. Wasted a lot of organization down over here. Need to keep this guy pinned. At least until we can get these guys to lose organization so we can get some reinforcements. Which it looks like we're actually retreating, and now we just got killed. Okay, just lost a unit. That was actually really good timing on his part. If you didn't know, super mutants are actually very dangerous.
What can I do for you?
I'm going to have the power armor try to follow up here with Beaver Creek, and if we can get these guys surrounded, that's another easy kill on my end.
I've made contact.
Have one of you try to sneak around this way as well. Okay. We're going to cost him a little bit. We should be able to get us around here now, which means these guys are going to have no more organization, so we can attack from multiple directions. Let's get down to Beaver Creek. Going to try to hold this if possible. Okay, we now have the carcass wastes again.
Incoming.
Can pin you down and stop you from taking it at least. But my units aren't quite mobilizing as much as I need them to.
You're mine.
You need to pin this guy down. Don't let him go anywhere. Let me defend this. If I lose power armor, now that becomes suddenly very painful. These guys really need to go a lot better than this. Come on. I'm going to pull back some of the orange so we can free up some combat width and actually attack these guys with units that matter. Surprised how hard this is proving to be. Can you attack from this direction and finish them off faster, please?
Hey.
Need some more infantry down over here, because we're getting pushed back, and that would be bad. There we go. All right, orange. One of you to go join up in purple. Other ones, get down here. Your goal is only to push down here. If at all possible, join back up with Port Ma before they lose a lot of important units. Right?
I've got this one.
Okay, so these guys are going to go down this way. I'm still looking for any area of vulnerability. Anywhere that I can use my numbers to pop in and suddenly get some surrounds. Like right here, for example. Try to kill a couple of mutants this way. Alright, these guys don't have a lot of organization. Every super mutant we kill is a big deal. Doesn't look like we were able to get that fast enough, though. Dark Foundries is done. Base stability plus 10% is huge. So I'm going to go ahead and do that next. Okay. Progress.
What do you need?
I'm going to see if we can sneak in this way. Get some more surrounds. Nope, not quite. He's moving fairly well, honestly. He's doing a good job. I think we've got this. I'm feeling okay about it so far. But admittedly, it's a little bit harder than I might have thought. Out of supply and supply consumption's not bad. Reducing our manpower losses would be huge. And actually, now that I look at it, we're out of manpower. Which means we now need to swap over to sporadic outposts and try to save some manpower and get this back on the field ASAP. Which you can see is immediately happening. Which is good. Because I need to make sure we get a lot more people out in the field. Also, we get a lot more production by doing it that way, too. So, let's see. We should already be producing some dogs. Let's start producing some motorcycles. And then maybe a little bit of extra... Do I really care about the gliders? No. Let's start producing some automatic weapons and some dynamite. We want support companies. My units are currently redeploying quite a bit. I'm going to go ahead and... Ooh, wait.
What do you need?
If I can get in here, that's actually big. Another big mutant we can take out. No, no, no. Go down here. Help me out here. Not quite able to keep that sustained, unfortunately. Yeah, the Troll Warrens are tough. Troll Warrens are tough, but we are making progress. We're getting in there. I'm going to say that you need a new offensive line, and it's basically just to push through to here. Ideally, I actually can keep people cut, right? Like, how do I split some forces? That's what I want to know. How do I properly split these guys up? The good news about the power armor is they stop these guys from attacking me easy mode.
Fire in the hole.
Actually, I want you to go over here and defend them because they're getting pushed back here in Elkhorn, and just having the power armor you can see has made all the difference in the world right there. Might be able to do a counterattack right here. We'll try.
Hey there.
Speaking of counterattacking, let's just go ahead and start burning this guy down a little bit.
Commencing attack.
You guys still ultimately need to get over here to Camp Sherman. If we can do that, that'd be huge. But it does require you guys surviving this fight. We might not be able to get this guy dead. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. We're starting to retreat. Get some more units in here. There we go. No, we pulled back. All right. Well, even so, looks like we should be able to push that back there. And then we're going to go ahead and counterattack while he has low organization. We're still going to get to those victory points, dang it. We're making good progress. I think this is all right. Just admittedly, these guys are a little bit spookier than I think I was expecting them to be. And if we can shatter this before these guys go too far, that'd be ideal. Withered Dogs declare war on an Iron Alliance. I think we're about to lose this, so I'm not going to be able to get us around like I was hoping. Doesn't look like it, but it's fine. Purple is mostly here just to ward these guys off for a bit. It's really all I want them to do while the rest of them start pushing through. And really what I want is for all of you guys to be able to push through and surround as many as possible.
What do you need?
So for example, if any of you guys can get in here and crush this, and then push through like this, that's a rout right there. That's all the super mutants dead. All the super mutants dead. Do I have a lot of confidence they can pull that one off? Not at all. But wouldn't it be nice? You guys can get in through here real quick. We can actually surround 3 super mutants and get them killed. I know we need to end up this video, but this right here actually becomes a very crucial maneuver. While these guys keep them pinned down, they're doing great. They're trying to push out. The NCR is declaring war on some people. We got recon done. Good. We can go for other things. Infantry equipment. I think the extra defense is going to be great. 6% defense is huge. And so long as these guys are still trying to push back,
Take this.
it's going to be a little tough. I just need you guys to give up on that. Give up on that fight.
What do you need?
You guys help keep them pinned down while the rest get in here. There it is. All right.
What do you need?
The rest of you sit tight. Okay. Now I'm going to end this video here, but that's 3 more super mutants that we are going to be able to crush, and we are actually making very solid progress here. But we're also running out of a little bit of equipment and manpower, it looks like. But we'll be okay. We'll be all right. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If so, then I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. All right. Let's go ahead and do it.